All right, everyone, here we go with the Leo soap opera. I thought, what the hell? Especially after the last couple of weekly readings in the Leo position, I thought we'd do one today. Popularity on these is waning a little bit. They get about half the views of other readings, but I don't really care about views. This is a very interesting angle, this Leo angle on this soulmate cycle for me, and I'm here to study the soulmate cycle, so here I am. I got a very interesting pre-shuffle. It starts with the sad horse, the 5 cups, in the pre-shuffle surface energy, just on the surface. And that pre-shuffle should jive with some of the weekly reading polls in the Leo position. Anyway, let's do it. If you're still a viewer of the Leo soap opera, this should be a very interesting episode. We got some things hitting somebody very hard, all right? An energy of change hitting them very hard. That said, it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. They're all timeless, you know? You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. Your person is moving at different speeds. Fine. Pre-shuffle. It's very straightforward. I mean, it's about as straightforward as I could get in a Leo soap opera. 5 cups. One of the cards that ends the separation phase of the soulmate cycle. Sure. Okay, fine. There's a lot of, well, normally, lately, this has been coming up as shame and kind of a thing. I do have some of that here. A little bit of guilt, which I'll talk about in a moment. But I've got a lot of regrets here. Regrets for not, it's crossed by the 6 of Swords. Regrets for moving too slow. Regrets for not flowing with the energy would be one way I could put it. Regrets for not making some changes. Regrets for allowing themselves to not be truly happy with the sun here. And a lot of that unhappiness right here is being lit up. The sun lights things up. It's the opposite of the moon, right? Underneath that, very interesting, a lot of anxiety. I still think the runners, a vast majority of them in this Leo soap opera, Leo angle, suffer from some kind of anxiety or depression. It could be undiagnosed, but I get this a lot. And I get the anxiety, and I get 10 swords of guilt. And this deck's been shuffled a lot. For these two to come back together like a brand new deck, that's pretty crazy. A lot of guilt here. A lot of guilt on this 10 of Swords. Somebody here, even my voice gets somber. This sun in the middle really showing them all of this. All the gray cards are being shown. And somebody here has been a little slow to change. And when that happens, this is how we feel. Okay? Especially when deep down we know we want to make some changes. Underneath that is the Knight of Swords, a card we've been seeing a lot. It's that message of change. And it bookends directly this right here. Very powerful on the surface. But this person, whoever this energy belongs to, and roles can be reversed. I hope the fuck it's not you. But whoever this energy belongs to, like I always say, they're an Academy Award winning actor in their own life. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an exorbitant number of actual actors in the Leo soap opera. You know, it's just unreal. Or people that wanted to be but didn't. You know, I don't know. But whatever the case, actor or not, they're pretending in their life just to keep the peace, maybe. You know, it's very common. It is. It's human nature. Let's shuffle the deck. All right, let's take it deeper. Let's pull a reading. Let's see here. Card before the cut. Why the fuck are we here? So why the fuck are we here? Let's find out. That's it. Bottom of the deck. It's 2 cups. Yeah. The energy around this person is balancing. I mean, that sun is showing them some things. It's showing them both sides of the coin, but they're feeling the guilt and shame and regret side of the coin heavier. All right? This is 2 soulmates coming together. It can be. It's probably what they want, but I don't know if they got the balls to come get it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. After it is the 9 of Cups. Yeah, your connection is the only, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I don't care if anybody disagrees with me. Your connection, maybe just your connection, is what keeps this person going. As long as they've got that to hold on to, they can stay in the shit. You know, it's basically a paradox in a way. It's like your connection would make them happy and should make them leave the shit, the toxic relationship that they're in, or whatever situation is on their side that is toxic. It is against their soul's true purpose. It should make them leave it, but in effect they hold on to it and use it as just a little daydream on the side, for example, just to kind of keep them in, you know, where they're at. To saying someday I'll get out, you know, that kind of thing. And then they just go back to pretending that the shit steak is actually a sirloin steak, right? You know, shaping a piece of shit into a steak and eating it it's still a piece of shit. But this person can convince themselves that it tastes good quite a bit, but they're having a hard time with that in this energy. I will tell you. For reasons, if you've been watching my readings, you know exactly why. All right, let's go. Especially that Uranus retrograde energy. That's a powerful reading. And I tell you, that was not me doing that reading. I don't know who that was. Let's go. Let's shuffle the deck. Give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Leo. Give me a Leo soap opera universe. It knows what I mean. It knows what I mean. The overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table is 10 cups. It's a pie in the sky. I just mentioned dreaming. Yeah, you're in their dreams. It's here. Maybe it's somebody that wants to make dreams a reality. Yeah, I got that. I didn't know that was there, but I got that. I was starting to say it. It's the Chariot. Yeah, they want to take from the dream world and make it real. And in this energy, it's hard not to. They're really, I mean, we opened on the surface with 10 swords, 9 swords, 5 cups, messages of the sun and the Knight of Swords, a message of change coming through. Why are we here? Because of this connection, because they dream about it. It's the thing that they hold on to that shows them, it offers them some kind of hope, but they don't do anything about it. I've got some kind of determination to make dreams reality here. We'll see. All right? That jives with my latest poll that I did in the weekly reading for this week for the Leo angle a little bit. We'll see. Our reading's on the flip. This card does represent this soulmate cycle, by the way, which is Cancerian themed. The North Node was in Cancer when this cycle began. That sets the theme for the party, if you will. All right. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person's behaving in the 3D. Again, roles can be reversed. I can't tell you apart from your soulmate here in this Leo. You guys are the exact same frequency. So imagine if you want to put yourself in their shoes, have some serious empathy. Imagine how you would be in a toxic situation and your soul pushing you to get out of it, kind of a thing like that. That's how much push is on this person. Okay, they push it back, but it's getting hard in this energy. So this is how they're behaving in the 3D. This is their soul. This is the hidden energy message from the universe, read with the energy of your connection, and this is the potential final outcome for you. All right. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I got to see. This is a bit of a wild card, actually. I don't know if this is your outcome, what you can expect from this person, or if it's what they're going to do. It might be both, right? It might just jive and come together. We'll see. I will clarify everything and throw some universe cards at the end. All right, let's go. I doubt I'm going to extend it. I doubt. I don't have any plans to. If I do, there's a link for it extended in the description, but I wouldn't hold your breath. Right here's I don't think I'll need to. I only extend when I need to. When there's something else I want to know, I'm curious, whatever. I think we get it all here. What's the energy around your connection? Yep, King of Cups. Somebody feeling it. Feeling it. They want it. There's a determination to take these dreams into reality at this moment within the energy. And it's because of that 5 of Cups, 9 swords, 10 swords, all being illuminated by the sun and messages hitting them hard with that Knight of Swords. Yeah, okay. Yeah, somebody here holding on to a lot of feelings. Holding on. This is like a volcano. The king of volcanoes a little bit. It's a bit like that volcanic Ace of Cups I felt. He holds the Ace of Cups. They've only given you a portion of what's in that cup. How they behaving in the 3D, this ought to be good. Yeah, 5 wands. A lot of arguing, a lot of fighting. I mentioned the Uranus retrograde reading already. Okay, this is their environmental energy in the 3D. It's arguing. If you watch the extended for the Uranus retrograde reading, I talked about fighting, and okay, or was it the random compelled reading? One of the two extendeds. I talked about just drag them out in the street fighting. I had a King and Queen of Swords together. I remember. Yeah, there's arguing. I think they're arguing with themselves, but I think there's external arguing too. The energy around them very argumentative, right? Reminds me of somebody who just quit smoking. If you know, day one, you're like homicidal, you know, that kind of thing. It's like that kind of, like anything will set them off, and this kind of energy. Anything minor doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, you know. It's just unreal. Okay, yeah, they're getting grumpy. You shouldn't doubt it because of the pre-shuffle for sure and what I've said so far. So their soul energy. It bookends the King of Cups. Yeah, see? Another card that's been coming up a lot lately, the Sad Rose, the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. This is the kind of energy you get sometimes in your soul position in my readings. If somebody passes away, some kind of loss happens, Okay, I think what's happening here is these dreams. That's why there's so much determination to come towards you. These dreams that they hold on to be able to stay in their world, and that explains the grumpiness, are fading away a little bit in this energy, and they're being forced to deal with their own selves. So they're feeling your connection like it died, like it's lost, and there's also pain in that they did it to themselves. They're part of the reason, at least part of it. So yeah, they're really in their feels right now, but that's what the feels are about. And that explains this argumentative energy here in the 3D, big time. Hidden energy, message from the universe, red with the King of Cups. What's the universe want to tell us? What do you think? I haven't looked. I don't know. Yeah, 2 wands. Yeah, somebody's fixing to tell you. They're fixing to tell you how they feel. Now, fixing. You hear that word a lot. A lot of people, Southern people use it quite a bit. Fixing, right? It is the epitome of the 2 of Wands. It is someone who has, okay, they've made it, the universe is saying they've made a decision to share these feelings because they can't feel you anymore. These dreams aren't working. What used to work isn't work. So now they're determined to come find this energy. But there's also that part of them that wants to hold back and eat the shit steak and stay, keep the peace and all of that because they know major changes will happen, and that creates a lot of conflict. A grumpy person. A person who will snap at anything. Pick a fight. Okay. I don't know what extended it was. I don't know if it was the compelled reading I did the other day or if it was the Uranus retrograde, but find it and watch it. It'll be in the title if you didn't watch it. If you want your extended, that's your extended. I promise you. On some level. Potential final outcome. My wild card here. It's red with 5 wands, and that explains why it's a bit of a wild card, I suppose. Yeah, 9 pentacles. Somebody here. Here's the thing. This is liberation, right? Somebody here wants to be free. You know, they want to be free, but at the same time, it's like I said. There's that pull in the back to keep eating a shit steak. So the potential final outcome is somebody eventually, what probably happens here, and I see the color match on these cards, what probably happens here is somebody opens their mouth on their side in their toxic relationship and says something they can't take back. This is the kind of energy where underneath, deep down, you want to be free, you want to break up, but on the surface you know it's a bad idea, and you're fighting with your own self. It creates a grumpiness, and when we're grumpy, we say shit. We say shit we didn't mean to say, and we can't or that we can't take back. We always mean to say it. People apologize. They say, I'm sorry for what I said. If anybody ever says that to you, they're full of shit. I'm sorry for what I said. No, they're not sorry. They're sorry they said it out loud. They meant what they said. All right, that's a proven fact of psychology right there. This is someone here who, yeah, okay. So the potential outcome is they get liberated, but I'm not sure if they meant to, but it's almost a forced liberation. That's the potential final outcome anyway. The universe seems to think they're going to blurt something out because in one side they want to stay where they are, and in the other side they've already set the intention to come find you, to come find this connection. They can't find it right now in this energy. It feels like it died. Okay, let's clarify. Let's talk to the light seer. Do I want the light seer? I want the light seer. Here we go. Randomly at the bottom is you, Queen of Pentacles. You're just sitting there. Okay, fine. You're not chasing. Well, come talk to me, but it better be good. You better not be this grumpy fool. What's going on here with the, and I think they might be. That's the problem. It might be a weird conversation. But the intention is a lot of love. All right, you're their fantasy, if you will. I know that might be a bit excessive. I might be going overboard there, but I don't think I am. I think this person thinks about you and dreams about you constantly. I truly do. It's just there. It's in the energy. All right. Okay. King of Cups. Let's clarify. Let's go deeper. And I'm going to take this a little deeper than I normally would for a clarifying section. All right. For some reason, there's a hole here. It's deep in the energy, and I could just go down it. And I'm just going to go down it. I'm going to keep walking down the hole, down the rabbit hole here. All right? So sit tight. King of Cups. The energy around your connection right now. It's already red with 2 wands and 5 pentacles. All right, what do we get? Okay. All right. Yeah. Holy shit. Okay, I'll say that. Well, it is in a way. It's the Hierophant. Yeah, this is a loss. This is someone who feels like you died. Okay? If you want to know how they feel, the best way I could describe it to you is words left unsaid, feelings left unexpressed, and they can't be. So there's a feeling of they can't do it, and it makes them so mad. It pulls them in many different directions. All right, and for reasons I've already said, there's some liberation coming here. Somebody definitely needs to talk to you. Wants to, for sure. What's on top? Chariot. The chariot. It's fueling our overall energy, and it's right here in your connection. Yeah. There's a determination to do something here, to come in from out of the cold. I'll phrase it that way. Why is the chariot here? 2 cups. The reason we were here, the card before the cut. You see the symmetry here? That's perfection in tarot right there, because my overall energy should jive a lot with the energy of your connection, because this is a soulmate reading. The whole reading jives with the energy of your connection so far. I mean, it's all about you. It really is. Somebody's determined here to get happy. They're very unhappy, and that's what they're being shown. That's what the sun is shining on, that unhappiness, that guilt, their anxieties, all of it. I like that. And it explains a lot. All right, 5 wands. Let's pull on their environmental energy in the 3D. This is basically a fly on the wall right now on their side. 5 wands. Why is it here? Why is it here? I would be surprised if I got a 7 swords in here. I don't know. I don't know what card's going to come out, but it feels like a 7 swords energy to me. It really does. All right, let's see. Why is the 5 wands here? All right. Close. It's the lovers. Yeah. This is just, I mean, I don't even know how to phrase this. What's fueling this? Yeah, the Queen of Wands. Somebody here has a phony side. Their relationship is phony and superficial, pretending you don't matter. For example, I'm fine. I'm in a happy relationship. Happy. No, they're not. Because right here, dominating that energy is the lovers. And somebody here, I said they fantasize about you. You're their fantasy. You are. It's a literal picture, in a way, of what the energy is. And they're being pulled in 2 directions. They really are. But there's only one direction they know they want to go in. What's on top? Yeah, 6 wands. Again, this is an energy that often, I don't know if it's how they were raised or whatever, but this always comes up. This is one of those people on varying levels. Could be very mild, could be very heavy. It depends. You're all dealing with a different person. But this is one of those people that piss me off, that think that they're in a good relationship because they argue a lot, and that means they love each other, right? They say that often about families and stuff. We fight all the time, but that just means we love each other. No, it means your energies don't jive, and you can love them, but you should probably distance yourself. You'd have a much happier life. This can develop into a disorder in a way, you know, where it can develop into a lot of different types of disorders. But without going into all of that, this is somebody here who feels good in this energy. They feel like, even though they want to come toward you, they feel like they can fix their toxic relationship through all this arguing. There's also something with you that they want to clear up. I get that too. That's very strong. There's some misunderstanding here or something. I don't know what it is specifically. Why is the 6 of Wands here? Yeah, the 8 of Cups. Yeah, the 8 of Cups. They're both staying in the 8 broken cups and walking away. Somebody here sees victory in walking away from you, right? And staying in the superficial relationship, and at the same time they don't. That's the pulling in 2 different directions. That's the argumentative. It makes for a very grumpy person. All right, they're still full of shit. They feel the loss here. Why is the 5 of Pentacles here? Jesus. I'm trying to put my finger on this person's specific disorder. I almost want to call it, in psychology, they call it the Othello disorder, right? Remember Othello from Shakespeare? He was a general, right? And anyway, long story short, he got convinced that Desdemona was screwing around on him, and then he ended up killing Desdemona in the end. It's basically a principle. The Othello syndrome is someone who believes that they would rather see you dead than with anyone else, like that kind of a thing. It's not really exactly what's here, but somebody here can't live without you, and they don't want you to be with somebody else. All right, it's not quite Othello syndrome. I don't think you're in any danger of, literally being taken out, but there's a little of that here. There's a little of they don't want you to get away, but at the same time they want to stay where they are to keep the peace, but at the same time they don't want someone else to snatch you up. But it's a little pinch of Othello syndrome, right? A little bit. A little bit. All right. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Again, the extreme of that are people that I'd rather see you dead than with anyone else. So that's not exactly, again, how they feel here. They don't want you dead, but they certainly don't want to see you with anyone else. But at the same time, they don't seem to want to come towards you either. They talk themselves out of it, but then they feel like the connection's dead, and they can't, and they need these dreams to stay where they're at. This person's a walking fucking paradox. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Jesus. Holy fucking crap. Okay. Temperance. Yeah. This is all they can see. Doesn't matter. The environmental energy, I don't know if it's on purpose with the energy around them. I could say it is. I don't think it is. I think it's just a result of all the energies around, and what's happening is this is all they feel. This is it. It is a little of a mild version of Othello syndrome, a little bit. They don't want you with anyone else. They want to come towards you just to do that, just to almost not to be with you, but to get these dreams back. It's weird. Okay, I don't understand what the pull with this person, with this toxic relationship is. I think for most of them, as it comes up quite often, I think it's what they were taught they were supposed to have for a good number of them. I see this a lot with entitled people that come from prominent families and things like that. That always shows up here. It always does. What's on top? And it can take many different forms. Very mild, very major. Right? Your person doesn't have to be a politician's son or daughter or something for this. It doesn't. What's on top? Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's a flare up. It's a new beginning that flares up and then goes out. It's why is the Ace of Wands? It's what I already said. They come in just to secure the dreams more than anything else. Why is the Ace of Wands here? Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a double motive here. There's a lot of there's a double. That's the easiest way to put it. There's a double motive here. Okay, because these are read with these. So again, it's like this person wants to come towards this connection really bad. I just think ultimately they're afraid to, but they don't want you to be with some. It's like if they could have both, they would. But they know they can't. And it creates a lot of frustration. There's frustration resonating from this person, like radiating out of them. Okay, Two Wands. So they've set the intention to do something here. All right? They're fixing to do something about this. Okay, that's fine. Because again, you're reflecting, as I showed you when I first picked up this deck, as the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is going to get snatched up by somebody. It's a great catch. Right? You're a great catch. I'll put it that way. Oh, they fucking know that. Oh, yeah, they do. All right. The Two of Wands. Why is that here? The Death card. Someone's fixing to do something. The environmental energy around them is giving them no option. They feel like they have no choice. They can't live without you. I will phrase it that way. I know it's dramatic. I'm sorry. But they can't exist in their toxic situation on their side, which is the energy I get for the Leo angle. If it's not your person, it's not your person. Somebody here is in a relationship that is long past its expiration date. Most of this in the Leo angle, the person's married or in a relationship with somebody, or it's some kind of family situation that keeps them blocked for a good number. But yeah, they can't sit in it anymore. It's all they can feel is you. All right, let's go. What's on top? Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. These horses here are being pulled in two different directions because somebody's holding back, somebody's afraid. And there's too much energy here to hold back. There's too much energy to hold back. Why is the miser has to spend the money, right? At some point, he's got to make a if nothing else, he's got to make a property tax payment on the shack that he lives in, the miser, right? So some of that money's got to get spent. Otherwise, you reach a point where, well, they're coming to take my shack away. You know, then what am I going to do? So when the back's against the wall, the miser spends some of the money. That's kind of what's happening here. Why is the four? Money in this case is emotion. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Yeah, the Six of Swords. Yeah. This is magnetic. This is normally this boat's just kind of going with the breeze, these birds pulling it. Imagine there's a big hunk of metal right here on the tip of the boat, on the bow. And this is a magnet. And it's just pulling it. It's going faster and faster. This is almost going the speed of a speedboat. They're going to have to do something here, and they know it. The Death card says that for sure. Right? But again, it's death, rebirth. So somebody here wants to reboot the connection for the purposes of removing this feeling. Right? All right? I'll phrase it like that. Very frustrating person here. We have a very stubborn energy. We have someone who is core programmed that they're living the life they're supposed to be living, yet it's completely against their soul's true purpose, but they shut that down. You came along and opened it up. This person's never been the same since you crossed paths. Never been the same since you had soul recognition with them. And they never will be. All right, final outcome, liberation, Nine of Pentacles here. This is funny. What the hell? All right. What's the final on this? What is it? Page of Wands crossing it. It takes somebody. This is the Othello thing I was talking about. Othello syndrome, right? Somebody. I'd rather see you dead than with anyone else, right? That's the extreme of it. At the end of the day, here somebody doesn't want you to get away. So again, it's just somebody shows up here. But under the guise of they don't want you to get away. They're liberating themselves from these feelings. Look, see? I put a spin on the Ten of Cups. They want it back upright again. All right. What's on top? Knight of Swords. Card we've been seeing a lot lately. They got something that they have to say. It's red with the Six of Wands. They got something in regard to you, because this is your final outcome. They've got something that they want to say, that they have to get off their chest, and they have to do it. Okay, why is the Knight of Swords here? Three of Wands. But they're staying on the shore. They're keeping what they got. I said about this Eight of Cups. It's someone who's both sees victory in staying with the Eight of Cups broken and walking towards their Nine of Cups. Somebody here, I don't know if there's a I see this usually with the Cancer angle, but I am getting it here. I see someone or feel someone here who there's some kind of misunderstanding, or it's someone who doesn't like people to have negative feelings toward them or feel rotten about them, like they'll do anything to fix that if that ever happens. Put out their own little mini PR campaign if they have to. Very concerned with what other people think and whatever. And they're very concerned with what you think. So it's someone here who definitely wants to come towards you, finding some way to stay on the shore, to surf and stay on the shore at the same time here. Three of Wands, very soon. Okay, why is the Knight of... Stop that. This thing keeps spinning. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Very soon, somebody comes in with a message. And it's a message to liberate themselves. I think it liberates you as well, in some way. I do. I think in some way it liberates you. I don't know. But that's kind of what's going on here. You've got somebody who's refusing to leave. I mean, just to sum it up. You got somebody who's refusing to leave a toxic situation, though they want to, and because but at the same time, totally wants to come toward you, does not want to see you with somebody else, does not want somebody else to have the benefit of your wisdom, insight, love, whatever it is, right? But they're being torn in two directions, and it's making them very grumpy right now. They're getting argumentative. So I'm going to pull on that argumentative on their side right now and ask the universe for 3 more cards and a crossing card. From the bottom of the deck. Let's pull on what's the result here. I mean, I see them coming towards you, but somewhere in between something has to happen. Right? I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if the person, if your person's married, if that person knows about you, and if this person's worried it would hurt them if they came towards you and had a conversation with you. I don't think they care under this energy. They care more about the fact that, well, they feel like this connection's over. They don't want it to be. They need this connection to stay in the toxin, which is really weird. Okay, when you could just come toward disconnection and get out of the toxin. But you stay in toxin long enough, you start to like it. I've told you that before. It's like those people who spend 20 years in prison. You open the door, it's hard out there in the real world. Some of them want to stay. Some of them just commit crimes to go back in. You know, because it was easier. You get your 3 squares a day, you got your little job making license plates, you know all the guards, right? You got your friends there, you got your poker game going. You know, it's easy. Some of them, it's tough. Their life definitely is what they thought it. They're living the life they were supposed to, or what they were taught they were supposed to. All right, 6 cups, 2 swords, Emperor, and Temperance. Temperance is in the base energy. Temperance is what's underneath it. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. Temperance is crossed to the 2 swords. It's everything I just said. Okay, we've got someone here who desperately wants a new beginning. They're aware of it. They know it. It makes sense. Right? We had Temperance crossing the soul too. Right? But they're torn in 2 directions. They're standing at a crossroads. There's something from this person's past. I could say it's past lives. It might be for some of you. But I think this is more localized. I think there's something that happened in this person's life. Maybe it happened many times or whatever. That just made them this Burger King. It's how they were raised, it's core programming, it's whatever, and you showed them another way. They saw something 180 degrees different, and it's better than what they have. And that'll happen. You know, I always say, I made the joke before, if you live in an entire town where everybody drives a 74 Pinto, and you all have 74 Pintos, and you're riding around, and it's the only car you see in the grocery store parking lot or whatever, if you venture out into a neighboring town where they have a mixture of cars and somebody pulls up in a Maserati and parks next to you, then you get a very interesting juxtaposition, seeing the contrast between your 74 Pinto, which you thought was the end-all be-all, and what's actually out there, what the potential is. Okay, your connection is the Maserati they saw, and they can't unsee it and just keep driving the 74 Pinto. And that's there's a stubbornness here. Okay? There's a stubbornness here. It's slowly but surely getting broken. I know that because this is grandma on the freeway at 15 miles an hour. Slowly but surely, this person will do something. But they keep cock-blocking themselves, you know, for reasons I've explained. They're weird. They're a weird paradox. It's a very strange energy. What makes this Leo angle so interesting? You know, they go back and forth on it. And each time they get closer to doing something, I think there's a good chance they might approach in the coming weeks. You might hear from this person, but it's more of what I would call a sound check than it is anything else. They just want to recapture some of that energy again, right? They might do that through communication with you, or they might spy on you in the sense of reading your social media or reading some blog thing you do, or reading, you know, something like that, or asking somebody about you, or just checking in. You know, that kind of thing. It might go that way too. I'm just reading energy, you know. But that's what I got here. I mean, if nothing else, this should be. You should look at this, and I'm not here to tell you what you should do. You do what you do. I have to offer a point of view here. Otherwise, the reading would be silent. So I'm going to give you my opinion, okay? And it's just that's it. I hate giving opinions. I hate people. I don't, you know, but. And I know I say all the time, the only opinion that matters is what you think of yourself. I wish people would stop sharing their fucking opinions especially about what I should be doing. Jesus Christ, enough of that. Mind your own fucking business. Just watch the channel. But here, I have to offer a point of view. And in my opinion, all right, take it for what it's worth to you. Might be worth nothing, I don't know. You should be flattered by this. I would be. If I were you, I would be extremely flattered that I affected somebody's life like this. This is a great person in the soul. I got Temperance in the soul, in the environmental energy of their soul. This is an angel energy living in a devil environment that's been convinced through things that have happened in their life or core programming that it's how they're supposed to be living. But you came along and just changed everything. This person cannot live without you on varying levels. Okay? For most of you, it's just they need that image of what they could have. It's like someone who has to drive a 74 Pinto. They feel like they have no choice, but they keep a poster of a Maserati on their wall. You're the Maserati in that analogy. All right? So it's very flattering at the very least. For me as a reader, it's frustrating because I like this person. I think this person's soul is spectacular, right? I wish they'd break free and keep walking toward those 9 cups. I hope they do. Some of them might. I can't predict free will. Some of them will surprise even me, but that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.